quick response video to Nick Jenkins. Big up, brother. Thanks for the shout out. I'm just going to do a quick video on hand size and setting the grippers. If I'm going to TNS a gripper, obviously from a wide set like this, I'm not going to be positioning it where I'd be doing a deep set. So a deep set would be between these creases here, right? Let me just get that. So that's where I'd set for a deep set there. Now obviously for a wide set that's not going to work there, so I've got to come back a little bit so it pushes against my thumb pad here. So that's not a disadvantageous position. There's no disadvantage there because I've got this rested against there because I'm doing a wide set, you see. This won't sit there unless I'm holding it there for a deep set, if that makes sense. So when I'm doing a wide set, that here is pushing against the thumb pad there for the close from a wide set. And obviously when you're doing a deep set, you're able to hold high up closer to the fingers as you're bringing it in for the deep set there. So that's the difference. So it kind of looks like I'm at a disadvantage further back here, but actually I'm setting quite deep. It comes back a little bit, rests against my thumb pad here, and I can just release my fingers a little bit. So it looks at a disadvantage, but it's not. As for hand size, just under 8 inches from first crease here nearest to the palm. And I'll just show you by putting my hand on this measuring thing. So you just get one of these tapes, put your hand flat, first crease, and there, not even 8 inches. So not a big hand. I know guys that have got 9-inch hands plus and they can't close a 2.5. And I know that a lot of, I think people like David Shamey, Ivan Chuk, you know, Joe Kinney, Nathan Hall, all these sort of freakishly strong guys. I mean, Ivan Chuk closes the number 4 from a wide set, but he has a huge hand and he has a very wide hand. My hand from here to here is about 4 inches, but his is like 5.1 inches or something. So he has a lot of purchase on that gripper even before he starts. So if you're starting with a baseline like that, you know, I think you've mentioned in some of your other videos, Nick, that, you know, that baseline is, you know, if you've got an advantage there, you're going to be able to do a lot more, not just in grip, but in any sport. But, you know, essentially as you get closer to closing it, it gets harder, obviously, because there's more tension. And I think Old Man Arm Strength mentioned this as well, that is the hardest part, is getting that last little bit there. Even Ivan Chuk said it when he closed the 4, just that little bit. And that's why I can't wide set credit card close the 3.5. It's not really down to hand size, it's about strength. And I think this is why the Iron Mind company, who make the Captains of Crush, are very specific and strict on that credit card set. They say clearly, if you can get your hand around the gripper and close, you know, a 1 or a 2, you should be able to do it with a 3, maybe a 4. So it's not really, essentially, it's this that's closing the gripper. Most of it is your forearm. If you can get your wrist curls in, your reverse wrist curls, get lots of pinching, reverse bicep curls, lots of reverse bicep curls, you know, with like a hammer bar, sledgehammer work, that kind of thing. And when it comes to, you know, that last part, that's what the overcrushing and the holding is for. Because at the beginning, I was just repping away. I wasn't making any gains. And I know that Joe Kinney, in his original video, you know, he uses the machine But I guess it's no different to using different grippers or adjustable grippers, but he used the machine and he was all about holding as well. Holding in that closed position, because that's where the gripper's closed. It's not closed here, is it? It's closed right down here. Your hands as close, your fingers as close as possible. So, so if I'm training from, say, a 3, like this, if I'm training from a 3, so I'm starting here, where I'd normally set deep set. So when I get to here, I release my fingers. Notice it's sitting on my thumb pad here. So the advantage of growing your thumb pad here, which is a small muscle, it is a small muscle, but Ivan Chuk has a huge thumb pad. Jed Johnson, David Shamey, I notice in the videos, Savage Gains, they all have huge thumb pads here. Mine's not that big, but it's not small either. But the point is, it will rest against this, and the bigger this is, the more control you have over the gripper. Right, so once you're in that position, it looks like there's no advantage, but you know, you're in a good position to close like that. And then hold. So when it comes to, yeah, this web camera is absolutely terrible. So I don't bother. I try and like get my girlfriend to film it on the phone, and it's a lot clearer. But so it's at this point now that most people give up. They stop here because they get tired, their hands start shaking. But it's at this point, that's when the overcrush is starting there. And you're holding this and you're holding it and holding it until you absolutely, and even don't let go quick, keep holding. Great cardio as well, just keep holding it until it just slowly, just don't let it spring out fast and just keep holding and holding. And that's what overcrushing is. It's not letting go when we get tired, or you know, we've closed the gripper once and then we suddenly let go. No, we're really working these small muscles here. And like I said, as a baseline, if you've got a fairly big thumb pad here, muscle here, and at the back here, then you are at a little bit of an advantage. But it's not much of an advantage, because we know that a lot of the bigger guys just have trouble holding the gripper and positioning it. You know, look at someone like Mark Felix. The gripper just disappears in his hand. Do you know what I mean? Even though he's probably got the best grip in the world, alongside, you know, Magnus Samuelsson or Nathan Hall. I'd love to see some Nathan Hall videos, you know, but, you know, check out Nick Jenkins' channel, check out Old Man Arm Strength, check out all them guys. There's a lot of really good channels out there, and we're always learning. I'm by no means an expert in grip, but, you know, everyone's got their own way of training. This is how I've done it over the last 20 years. I worked in a quarry for 8 years, handling rocks. That might have obviously helped a lot. So that's just a very quick video on sort of overcrush again and a response. Great channels, everyone. Thanks for the comments, like, subscribe, and yeah, go check out all the other channels. Nice one.